That should be good. Okay, so I came across this tweet. Now I'm going to tell you how I did it. Somebody sent it to me, and the reason I say that is because there's absolutely no way that I would have dug through the absolute just cesspool of tweets that Trisha put out in the past like 3 days or less than a week. She's been nonstop. It's insane. Now, some of you might be like, Papa, this might be a reach. I don't think so, because here's the thing. From what I see, this tweet to me says Trisha wants to come back, and I'm going to explain why that's an objective fact to you. Okay, first and foremost, this is her MO, is where she'll walk away and then she'll come back. She needs to have temper tantrums, it seems like she's an actual child. And usually what happens is Trisha will blow up over something small that doesn't mean anything, and Ethan won't react to it in a way that's like actually appropriate. And what I say is like he doesn't react angrily, which would be appropriate. No offense, it's probably why it got so bad. I'm not saying that Trisha's not responsible for her own actions, because she is, but Ethan does not seem to set very clear boundaries with her. I think that he feels bad for her probably because there's something, clearly not there. Though I do feel like her diagnosis of schizophrenia is either self-diagnosed or she went doctor shopping, because anybody that I've talked to, even mental health professionals, which I know because, I'm dating one. By the way, I got this tweet from my partner. She found it. Anyway, they're like, yeah, no, probably more like bipolar. Schizophrenia doesn't really seem to fit it, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that seems to be her MO, to leave and come back at her own leisure. And the reason she left was to hurt Ethan. That's the whole thing. She has no real power, so she just wants to be a rude person and kind of be a bitch and leave and hurt Ethan. That was the whole point. But she's been getting tremendous backlash because Ethan actually responded appropriately. Well, honestly, I would have been more angry if I was Ethan. He was very respectful and even was like, "Oh, we're still friends," which is crazy to me. But so she posted this tweet. Now, for those of you who don't know, one of the complaints from Ethan is that he got screwed over with 4,000 frenemy shirts. And he was like, yeah, it's really shitty because he invested his money. Remember, she's getting almost 50% of everything. Even the clothing, right? She's getting 50% of the profits from the clothing. He's putting up the money for the clothing. His wife's making it. And then he was going to get 50% of the revenue. So if they only make about a 30% profit off of each shirt. So, think about that. They only make a 30% profit off of each shirt, which means that other 70% he's paying in the front of it and then getting it back after. And that's such a good deal for Trisha. Anyway, somebody said, after regrouping, how about a real last episode? I think we deserve that. Now, to be honest with you, these types of tweets, I feel like come from people who are so lazy, they don't look into the situation. These have to be people who just don't watch Frenemies. Because I don't know how you could watch Frenemy, and I don't even watch it I watched it and then I kind of fell off of it, but I don't know how you could watch it only takes 3 episodes of Frenemies to realize that what happened was justifiable and from an Ethan's perspective, it needs to end forever. This whole thing. Anyway, she's like, I would love that. In time for sure, maybe to sell the merch. I don't want any money from it though. I don't like leaving people hanging. It's about a month till it's ready. Hopefully, time will be enough by then. So to me, that's obviously she wants to come back. She's leaving it open-ended when they could come back. So oh, maybe we could do it just for the merch. Which, by the way, is a bad business move because it seems like you're just trying to extort your fans. One last episode just to sell merch. Why? Honestly, why would you do that? Like I said, this fits Trisha's MO. And it's not even consistent logically. I feel like anybody could have looked at this and been like, yeah, no, she's full of shit. She quite literally left him hanging. She left to hurt Ethan. She left to hurt everybody. She knew that it would be a financial loss, which it turns out it really isn't because they weren't really making money because they were constantly investing a bunch of money into the program for Trisha because she's extravagant. I'm hearing more and more stories about how they would run around to 3 different supermarkets just to make sure that they got her the cookie she wanted, but in pink. Insane, how high of a standards that she has. But yeah, no, this needs to be it. To be absolutely honest with you, I think that like I had said before, let's say that Ethan shouldn't take her back. If they ever did a last episode, it's going to feel like they're just extorting their fans, which is going to come off very disingenuously. Let the shirts die. Take the financial loss. That's my advice to Ethan. And if they did do that though, like, yeah, it would come off like shit. It would make people feel like, oh, you're just trying to extort us, right? Like, what are you gonna do? One episode when, like, a month from now when the merch comes out? Hey guys, we have merch. Let's do one last episode. But of course, it won't just be one last episode. If they ever gotten to that point, it would continue because I know that's how Ethan would operate. But it's a terrible business move. I think I said before, the only ways that she could come back is if she took a massive pay cut down to, instead of 50% to like 25%, maybe a third at most, which is pushing it, to be honest with you, but maybe a third. And then she also has to be genuinely sorry. She's not. She's never going to be. Like, she has a video labeled "I'm sorry" that's literally just blaming Ethan for like everything. It's totally bullshit. I just feel like, yeah, no, it wouldn't be a good business move. If they came back, the same thing would happen again. Oh, I just moved myself on accident. Same thing would happen again. So all I'm saying, Trisha clearly wants to come back. I think she'd have to apologize and take a massive pay cut. She doesn't truly mean the apology, which is indicative here. She doesn't even realize what she did wrong if you watch any of my other videos on it, or any video without me on it. I mean, you don't need me to tell you how terrible of a person Trisha is. But I really just found it funny that she wanted to... this is very clearly proof to me that she wants to come back. And if Ethan takes her back, I'm going to tell you right now, anything that happens from that point on is his fault. Because there's no way. That being said, while it seems like a big financial loss to Ethan because he didn't make a lot of money on the Frenemies podcast because Trisha was getting everything and they spend so much money in production, what I will say is that it was good for the rest of his channel. He got crossover from Trisha's fans. They started consuming him. Because the way that you watch YouTube is like you're just watching. Usually you're doing something. I don't know. I watch it while I'm playing World of Warcraft. So I just watch it and then something comes up and I watch that. And all it really needed to happen is somebody just needed to... It just needs like crossover. All of a sudden people are following that channel and there's 2 other podcasts. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm sitting here doing the dishes. Right? Because women are the ones who watch this. It's a joke. And all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I'll put Ethan on. And so he's gotten fan crossover. I think he's going to keep a decent amount of that because his podcast seemed to be doing like 300 to 500K an episode before Frenemies. And now it's up to like 500 to 1 million. He's doing pretty well. Hey everyone, if you liked that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and TikTok. All links are in the description. Also, check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me even more than you already do. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all.